David and Victoria Beckham are one of the ultimate power couples in showbiz, with 22 years of marriage and a beautiful brood of 4 under their belt. The pair fell in love at first sight back in 1997 when they locked eyes at a charity football game at Manchester United's ground. But the stars had already set their sights on each other before their first encounter, with David pointing out Posh Spice in one of her music videos to his mates, while Victoria had taken a fancy to golden balls after seeing his photo in a sticker book. Since then, they've gone from strength to strength, balancing family life with their high-flying careers, now residing in a multi-million-pound London townhouse. Once known for matching his and hers outfits and romantic tattoos as a testament to their love, the couple's strong unity is now expressed through cheeky social media posts. So it's hard to believe there was ever a time before Posh and Bex, but David had a few flings before meeting the love of his life, including with Phil Neville. David's first love was with Texas student Jody Price when he began his career with Manchester United. They met whilst on an aeroplane bound from Gatwick for her home in Dallas. Both 15, the teens were inseparable for the duration of the trip and spent the following 2 years writing love letters to each other and sending gifts. Speaking with the Mirror in 2007, Jody said, "It was one of those lovely things. I'm gonna blush when I tell you, but, just before he had to go home, David held me and said in his funny English accent, 'I think I'm in love.' He was so sweet. I kissed him, of course I did. But I didn't say anything back." She added, "That guy did so much for me without really knowing it. 7 months before we met I was in a car accident. I had 132 stitches in my face. I was still getting over it when we met, and he never seemed to notice the scars. For a teenage girl, that's some morale booster, especially when the guy who can't see the scars is funny, sweet, and handsome as hell." David and Jody's meeting was a sheer coincidence. She was returning from a spring break holiday in London with her high school friends. Also on that plane was a squad of Essex schoolboy footballers, including Beckham. Early on, he asked my friend if he could sit next to me. And it was simple as that, Jody explained. David was coming over for the Dallas Cup, which is a prestigious international junior soccer affair. And I love soccer. In those days I was fanatical. I played left midfield for my high school. Anyway, he seemed like a nice guy. Clean, button-down shirt, all that. A little skinny perhaps, but he kept making me laugh. My friend Kristen Morgan, she lives in London now, was getting on well with David's friend Gavin, so swapping seats worked out well. And we just decided, come what may, we'd see each during the time he was here. David had already been signed for Manchester United, but I didn't really understand how huge that was. I loved soccer, but had no realization. They drifted apart when Beckham started enjoying success on the pitch while Jody went to college, studying psychology and sociology. A few years later, at the age of 20, David started dating Julie Killia, 19, in 1996. They made a public appearance as a couple at the premiere of the film Broken Arrow in Barry. But a year later their relationship was over, reportedly because he had fallen for Victoria, and she went on to date and marry his teammate Phil Neville. As for David and the then Victoria Adams, it wasn't the most glamorous of starts. "My wife picked me out of a football sticker book and I chose her off the telly," David previously confessed, not long after marrying the Spice Girl. The footballer had pointed out Posh Spice to his best friend and teammate Gary Neville in the Spice Girls Say You'll Be There music video, saying, "Oh, I like that one in the little black catsuit." They finally shared their first encounter at a charity football match at Old Trafford in Greater Manchester and they hit it off instantly. In a letter she composed to her teenage self for British Vogue, Victoria later wrote, "Love at first sight does exist. It will happen to you in the Manchester United Players' Lounge, although you will get a little drunk, so exact details are hazy." While the other football players stand at the bar drinking with their mates, you will see David standing aside with his family. "Has not even in the first team at this stage, you are the famous one. And he has such a cute smile. You, too, are close to your family, and you will think how similar he feels to you." Although at the time Victoria had been with long-term boyfriend Stuart Bilton, the smitten pair couldn't wait to see each other again and had arranged to meet in secret the next night. David has said it wasn't the most romantic of first dates as they met in a car park to avoid paparazzi or fans. A year later, he popped the question to his soulmate and 4 months after the birth of their first son, Brooklyn, David and Victoria became the Beckhams we all know and love when they tied the knot on July 4, 1999. Victoria told The Sun last year, "We're soulmates. You go into a marriage knowing there are going to be ups and downs. We're in the public eye so we have more to deal with than most. We accepted that years ago. We love each other, and we're so lucky to have one another. It's just about us and the family."
Now take